people. I thought I would play this Pokemon again, in black and white, unfortunately, but at least I have a recording with it. I did Pignite, not Tepic. I started this Tepic as, use as little code as possible, and I used known this time because Tepic is a starter. I will use Pignite. There is a Ember form that everyone knows that's very strong. Tepic seems can't beat the game at a solo playthrough, although I start to have doubts. And that's why I started Tepic with a jolly nature. My attack, it was pretty crappy, like 0 EV, IV, but that's life. I decided to not pick up the recoil moves at all if possible. Special moves, your regarded special moves, Pignite has an okay variety and I think it successfully allow it to use, although the problem with black and white is the final fight requires a very specific build. Barely anything works, like one sort of the type chart entirely immune by one or the other, and for health items you barely have access to anything. Anything with a decent power is logged in the post game. I show you the double fights and later triple fights I did. There was only like 2 from each, so it's not that big of a deal, and I only had pretty under-leveled Pokemon as help. I used them some pretty inconsequential moves, so they don't matter, but I just wanted to show that, yeah, these are in the game, and I needed the XP. Because I knew that it's toast, I was like, yep, I will do every trainer, and when I got the lucky egg later, I picked up the lucky egg. And as long as I could, I had it for this. During the Elite 4 I changed back to charcoal, and that was the health item department. Nothing else. Except, and you will wait out. As you can see, my moveset don't really change all that much. I was heavily relying on rollout. It starts with 30 with damage move, 30 power move. It sounds really crappy until you realize it's not just doubles in every turn, but it instantly doubles if you use the first turn for what's this defense card. Then it's not 30, 60, 120, then the 5 turn goes up, but it's 60, 120, and it's very strong when you think about it. The average move over 75 if you are lucky. For the other moves, I kept flame charge until the very end. It's not very strong, but I got seriously overleveled anyway, so it was very strong, especially charcoal at the same time bonus. It's a decent move and it speeds you up. So especially during the first third of the game, you get paralyzed a lot, and that's kinda unfair. As you saw, I was there at this point. I'm totally overleveled because I knew that it could not. Therefore, I went and did the EV climbing, and I maxed out my attack IV, EV, and I use 75 less than maximum for speed. Probably a bit more. Then I just went ahead. I said that will be enough. Whatever the game gives me will be good for it. My hidden power type was, well, that's a special move, so already irrelevant, but I fucked type, and it's not a very good move anyway. And well, I would have used this if I saw it's not special, but it's special. These hair deer always get on my nerves, but all of these moves, because they are not that impressive in power, have plenty of uses. And because they worked out even after us, which is 25, I mean 50 power per hit, and it hits 2 to 5 times, and it is 100% move. All these moves are 100%. So that's very good when you think about it. So even Armstrong is working out very confidently. Very reliable, and with the same type attack bonus there. It helps out like half the game. Fortunately, these dust storms don't really bother me. It's pretty negligible with this Pokemon. If one didn't even reach 200 HP, this field almost gets to 300. I had like 24-ish IV on HP, so that was very good. I was very satisfied for that. And it's mostly just leopard, Nordier, and some fire Pokemon. The water Pokemon are very annoying. They require regular save and attention, especially with them with combined types like Multitoad and Tirtuga. They can be very scary, so that needs special attention. What's my move just currently? I'm waiting for. Oh yeah, Zigglet, Ghost type, I think. I told you even that before. I knew there is a psychic type, it will be a problem, and I thought the other is dark type, so I was not very impressed, but it turned out they are ghosts. This Darumaka I should check up if the hidden ability Darumaka was played. It would, I want to play it, but it would be good to watch it again. Anyway, it's a very special Pokemon. Just to see how it goes. Very intelligent things. It's not a small thing. I found the speeding up button for that move. So sometimes the recording will probably be later, very fast. I was very lucky with these electric type Pokemon, despite being melee Pokemon. They very rarely paralyze me just by touch. So also the burning and poisoning, I hate poison. But I do getting better with these things. As you see, sometimes I fail with real. It's a continuous footage for all these. Sometimes I just delete this footage because I was just not getting anywhere, so I went for TM or just for a couple of levels. But what you see is continuous, so not split together from different times. tried over and over, and you can see my mistakes, what I struggle with, yeah, that kind of stuff. But really, in this generation you don't even get hurt by evoking around when you are poisoned, so it's very good. Yeah, oh yeah, I noticed that I get better, way better than I was, because I don't go back all the time to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I tried not the rollout because of paralysis. The hit chances are always a problem. But I had very good rollout luck overall, because with the exception of very few exceptions like you, I got the 5-star rollout all over. So really, that was thoroughly any time I had to rid of it, because I was not getting the 5-star rollout. So I started to use the consumables. Very easy for black and white actually, because you realize you don't really get that seriously in these solo playthroughs, at least how I do like maximum battles. So I don't even go back, even if I had a condition. I just used up the consumables. I just collected all over the map, and I don't even collected an item. Although I was thinking about for Turtle's case, there is one map that has 3, and I was very cautious with the Elite 4 and the M objectives, but then I watched some videos on YouTube and I remembered that you don't even need to beat M objectives even the same go. So yeah, that's one of the things I learned. I never know what's super effective against these birds. I think they are normal flying, so both rock type and the fight type should be sufficient. After a while you really that rival battles are getting a bit boring, predictable, because it's always the same Pokemon, but I include everything. Oh yeah, Charlie, look at Charlie on the back. Rotation battle is actually not a good challenging thing, I know the other, of course the other will rotate, but I never rotate here. That's one of the good things. They can't even use some roar or something to push you away, because all 3 of my Pokemon attack out there. I specifically had 3 Pokemon only just for this battle. I usually get the elemental monkey to do the cut, and I stash it away, and I instantly go for a flying. Not anything that can not fly, but usually that bird you can see, whatever the name is, Beetle, yeah. Very on the nose clone of Pignite from the early generation. But the catch rate is horrible in this game, and the random encounter chance on the grass is very high. Super annoying. I advise you, as an amateur solo runner who just interested which Pokemon can go through, by 30 super rappers as soon as you can. Because you will use them up, because you just don't want to struggle through the grass. It's not good. I hate it. I will lose, by the way, this time. I already lost. I will go and do something, I think. So correct. Yeah, I will go and do some analysis. I just won't cut that. So there is, when you go to the charged cave, all the way just like green stuff. No, just no. The electric cave. After a while, you see through and can fight everyone for the XP. Okay, this last one, super weapon, doesn't matter. But later, the Twist Mountain and the Victory Road are just horrible mazes. I just always just hit up YouTube to check how to pass them and get the important hidden item. Just the worst. And you don't really need other stuff, although in the end I walked through most of Victory Road because I was collecting the special TMs and everything. I checked the encounter table for the league and the M and the guesses. I thought, no, I'm going and collecting them. I did a test run and now I'm getting the rare candies. I made an archive save outside, went in, and I started doing the test runs, what I can beat, get that low, and yeah, well, why am I rushing through? This is just like halfway the whole thing, so we are finally beating Charlie. Yeah, that's annoying Garbaha. The Pignite can be quite yeah. On the other hand, things like Grand Type Chain. Yeah, the fighting type will be like everything to be with it. Yeah, perfect, it. I never check what works, but mostly nothing works with, so trial and error and hoping for the best. Hopefully for a 5-hit arm thrust. I forgot about the whole thing because it's a bar. Only at battlers and 3 to 5 tries these gym battle, so I even forgot Break Break because Break Break is one hit 100%. What is a 5-hit ultra, so I could have changed sooner or later, but I just didn't struggle with the fight. And with Lucky coming into the picture, my XP level was adequate too, so it's really not that problematic. Products get really useful. Especially with these water monkeys. The water monkeys, and just in the way to push on. That thing. Fortunately, they usually does not fight it. The late game clear now, and that will cause trouble. You know, fighting type is weak to fighting. The Joltik is a so funny Pokemon. I don't know if it evolved or not. Too late to bother catching it. Not interested enough to just insert it to the game for starters. Green Plant, very annoying, but with a fire type, whatever. On the other hand, very uninspired, it's just obvious. I was happy to see Ferrothorn. You were able to see a Ferrothorn, and it's anyway weak to fire, so it was an easy move. Oh yeah, I found this second skimmed the dialogues of the NPCs and I found this one. And I just, is this a rotation of the battle? And yes, there are actually 2 rotations of the battle. I only knew Charles. I was actually pretty happy with this one. There is the rotation of the battle. I always checking what move does what, even if I very strongly suspicious they won't be good. Oh yeah, and because you have minions present, they level up too. That can be annoying if they get to the 20s, 30s, so the level up becomes more rare. And here it's just the rollout. That's the win. Yes. I included this because of curiosity and just showing, yeah, I consider this to a solo, no problem. Oh, and this place just annoyed me to no end. It's